We are going to learn how to change your browser to from Google to DuckDuckGo. Okay, so a browser is the application you use to go to the internet. So most people use Google Chrome. They use Firefox. Some use Safari. Microsoft Windows Edge and Explorer are two others, which I don't have on my computer because I am on a Mac. So if you use those two, you're not going to learn here, but the similarities are very, very similar. So we're going to start with Chrome because Chrome is one of the biggest browsers out there. So Chrome is owned by Google, obviously. So its default search engine is Google. A search engine is the website or algorithm that you use to search the internet. So different types of search engines are Google.com, DuckDuckGo.com, Bing.com, Yahoo.com, things like that. Ask Jeeves, if you remember that from the 90s. So if you are a Chrome user, hopefully yours doesn't say update here like mine does, but you'll hit those three little dots. And what you're going to do is go down to settings. And what you're going to do is you are going to go down here in your settings to search engine. You click that. Here it says a search engine used in the address bar. An address bar is this line right here. Whenever you use a website, you can search whatever you want. This is a search engine or address bar, excuse me. You can use that instead of going to google.com, and then going, okay, Westminster Presbyterian Church, Westchester, PA. It's the same result. You can just get there a little bit quicker through the address bar. So your address bar search is Google. All you want to do is change to DuckDuckGo. And then your default browser, it might be that. So I have mine set for continue where I leave off. And if you want to go down here, you can do some more things with your browser. So that is how you change your browser through that. If you have it open on a specific page, you might have it opening on Google, say, and you can add a new page and you could make it DuckDuckGo.com. And you could do that instead. And the way it will take you to that. And you can delete Google or whatever website you have there instead. So that is how you do it on Chrome. So now if I go to a new tab, it is DuckDuckGo.com. And if I search something, it's going to find that in here. So it shows me the same information just through DuckDuckGo versus Google. So the address bar says it's searching in DuckDuckGo versus Google. And this is what it looks like on Google, right? Google.com, search Westminster. So that is Chrome. If you use Firefox, this is what your browser looks like. The browser is owned by Mozilla, and it is one of the best secure browsers out there. So a lot of people use Firefox because it is the DuckDuckGo equivalent of a browser. So how you can change your settings so that your homepage and address bar search is through DuckDuckGo versus Google, excuse me. If you go to the three dots up here, you will go down here to settings. and you're going to do almost the exact same thing. You will go to search. And here, it tells me I have a choice of how I view my search engine. I can do the entire address bar like I just showed you, or I could have a search bar and toolbar. So this would be the web address, which might be www.westminsterpc.org. And here is the search, which could be Westminster Presbyterian Church, right? And you get the same information. So you can choose between those two different things. I personally like that, but everybody's different. And here you can change it from Google to DuckDuckGo. And you can see there's other search engines like Bing and things like that. This is ways of changing how you want it to look, right? Choose provide search engine suggestions. So search suggestions and address bar results show search engines ahead of browsing history in address bar. So this means that it's going to avoid, it will show you search ahead of what your browsing history and address results are. So this is an indication of security and worry about algorithm that we see here. Browsing history is what you've looked at before, which is why you in Google it's going to suggest different news articles from searching X versus Y, right? So if you are a Trump supporter, say, you're going to get a different source than, say, somebody who's probably a Biden voter. So this is going to show search engine suggestions above the browser. And that's one of the reasons why Firefox is one of the more secure browsers out there. And this you should check as well. Show search engine suggestions in a private window. So it's not going to save that information for you, right? And then shortcuts, you don't have to worry about that. That's automatic for you. And if you are worried about security out there, these are different security things you can do to make things stronger, to make your web browsing experience a little bit safer. You can play with that if you want for more information. If you are a Safari user, you can click on Safari. This is what your search engine or your browser looks like. Excuse me. It is not a search engine. Safari is owned by Apple, and Apple is surprisingly the only player in the thing that does not have its own search engine. So what you're going to do is go up here under Safari. You're going to see preferences, right? So Safari preferences. Oh, and I already have DuckDuckGo as my search engine. So right now it's Google. And that's under search. So you probably will see general under when you first go here. And you can see my homepage is google.com. So I want to change that to duckduckgo.com, right? And that in the future, it's an HTTPS, which is secure. So adding an S makes it secure. So, and then you go up here to search, right? And we want to change that from Google to DuckDuckGo. And this includes the same types of things, right? That you can do. And Safari is another more secure and advanced browser. It focuses more on privacy than Google does, right? Because Google is out to make money. And not that Safari and Firefox aren't going out to make money, but they are not as reliant on advertisers for profits as Google is. So those are a few ways to change your search engine to DuckDuckGo. Have fun searching.